somewhere between autumn and winter, there is a night that chooses very quietly to begin the snow. It is never announced. It is never loud. The first snow is a shy guest. It comes without knocking, and it takes off its shoes at the door. Tonight, that night had arrived. Above a small, sleeping village, the sky had turned the soft gray of a well-loved jumper. The lamps along the lane made little halos. The church clock chimed the hour, then politely stopped talking. A small listener, warm under a heavy blanket, could picture the first flake. It would be almost too small to see. It would drift down from the top of the street lamp, passing through the yellow light, and land, without a sound, on a wooden fence. The fence would not mind. The fence had been waiting all year. Another flake followed, and then another. None of them were in a hurry. The first snow never is. It knows it is all night. On the lane, a gray cat sat in a doorway and watched. The cat had seen every first snow for 6 winters, and she always watched the first one with special attention. One ear tilted forward, one paw tucked neatly under her chest. She had the patient look of a creature who remembers last year. The snow touched the roofs of the cottages. It touched the roses, which had already finished their business and did not mind. It touched the slates of the garden path, the back of a bench, the hat of a small stone figure by the well. Each thing received the flake like a small, polite gift. Inside the cottages, families were settling. A grandmother closed a book and laid it on the arm of a chair. A grandfather turned a kettle off the hob and poured himself a last cup of tea. A child, somewhere with a window, pressed a cheek to the glass and watched the air fill, slow and careful, with quiet white. The lane grew softer. Footprints that had been there earlier, a baker, a neighbor, a dog, filled in gently, the way a story fills in its quiet places. By morning, the lane would look as though no one had ever walked it. By morning, it would look new. But the first snow is not about morning. The first snow is about now. The small listener, far from the village, could almost feel it on their eyelashes. The cool tickle. The tiny, short-lived stars that land, and then are gone the way a held breath is gone. If they opened a window, they would hear almost nothing, only the small sound the snow makes as it meets the world, which is not really a sound at all. It is more like a whisper of the idea of a sound. The gray cat in the doorway blinked slowly. The flakes collected along her whiskers, and she did not brush them away. She sat as still as a stone because she wanted to see the snow do its best work. Up on the church roof, the weather vane moved once and then stopped. It, too, understood the evening. The clock behind it held its face to the sky. The lamps kept their soft, yellow patience. The lane kept filling quietly, with its new, clean blanket. Inside every window, the light turned a little warmer. Kettles whistled themselves down. Fires settled. A small listener, very far away, yawned the long, kind yawn that only a safe body can do. The first snow kept coming. Not fast, not slow, just steady, just kind. And the village, and the cat, and the clock, and the roses, and the small listener in their warm bed, all of them began together to settle. The night had come, the snow had come, and nothing at all needed to be done. And as the night grows quiet, remember this. You are safe, you are loved. And it's time to rest. Sweet dreams from the Happy Dreamer Company, Crescent Moon.